Hey everybody, welcome back to Carnivore Quest. Larry here. It's day 7 of the greatest carnivore diet comeback in history. About 3 or 4 days ago, I promised you guys I would show you step by step how to make that beautiful, delicious, rich braised ribeye. Let's jump into it right now. All right, my carnivore family, we have 2 beautiful ribeyes sitting in this medium cast iron pan. I already salted one side, I flipped them. Now we're going to generously salt the other side. Now we're going to add water. And the water level should be about halfway up the steaks. So the water level is right about there now. That's perfect. All this water and all the fat is going to come together to create that amazing jus Cassie loves so much. This is the same exact cooking method as Cassie uses on her world famous chuck roast. In her chuck roast tutorial though, she sears both sides of the meat first and then adds the water and then throws it in the oven. We're not searing the meat at all. And actually, we don't even sear the meat when we do a chuck roast anymore. We found it comes out exactly the same, so that's definitely a step you can skip if you're still searing both sides before you put in her chuck roast. Now we're going to put these in the center rack of a 350-degree oven, and we will check them in about 2 hours. All you gotta do now is loosely cover it. We use this pizza pan, but you could loosely cover it with foil too. That'll work. All right, got that puppy in the oven, and I set a timer for 2 hours, and that's when we'll start checking to see if it's done. It is 12 noon right now, and all I had this morning was my salty butter coffee. I haven't eaten, so these are gonna be delicious. I will have one of those ribeyes for lunch, and I'll definitely have the other one for dinner. Cassie and I haven't seen y'all in 2 days. We've been under the weather. I wanted to give you guys an update on how everything's been going, including a really strong craving we had, how we got past it, and everything we've been eating. But first, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Element. Element electrolytes come in these convenient single serving packets. Each one contains 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. As I showed you all a few days ago, I'm using 1 packet of Element's raw unflavored in my morning coffee along with some butter. And in the afternoon, I'm having another pack in my big water tumbler. A lot of you who started the carnivore diet on January 1st are probably noticing by now you're urinating quite a bit, maybe 5 to 10 times a day. And that's because when we're not consuming carbohydrates, our body releases all that excess water it's been holding on to. Element's science-backed formula will keep those brutal headaches and dreaded muscle cramps away, all while keeping you hydrated and feeling great. As always, Element's offering our viewers a free sample pack with any order. That's 8 free single serving packets with any Element order. This is a great way to try 8 of Element's amazing flavors before your next order. You can have Element and the free sample pack delivered right to your home using our link below at drinkelement.com/carnivore quest. This is the perfect way to get the quality electrolytes you guys need and support our channel at the same time. So head on down to drinkelement.com/carnivore quest and get yours today. And Element's customer service is unmatched. For any reason, if you're not 100% satisfied with the product, you keep it and you receive a full refund. Thanks again, Element, for sponsoring today's video. So the last time I saw you guys was a few days ago when I was sitting in front of the CVS about to go in and get me and Cassie some medicine. Yeah, we definitely caught the crud. We weren't feeling well. It hit Cassie a lot harder than it hit me.
Eating that chicken soup, hopefully it'll work its magical powers and help me feel better, because I'm not feeling any better today. I'm sneezing a lot less, and my nose isn't running as much, but my nose is a lot more stuffy. And I'm beginning to cough. And my head still feels like it's in a vice. I am not feeling great at all. But I've stuck to carnivore. Been doing good. So I'm hoping this chicken soup will finish doing the job.
She actually ended up going to the doctor and getting prescribed decongestant. You know, it really moved down into her chest. And she took a couple days off work. So she's still feeling it, but she's feeling a lot better. As far as I go, it was all up here in my head, and I thought it was starting to move down, but it didn't. I woke up that following day after I saw you at CVS, and it hadn't gone into my chest. Now, I know I'm on the BBBE challenge for January. Not supposed to have any chicken, but I was feeling so cruddy that night. I actually made 2 batches of Cassie's chicken soup, and she ate a ton of it. She was loving it. But I actually just drank the broth, that golden, delicious broth. And, you know, maybe that's what got me feeling better. But I drank 3 huge mugs of it. And man, it was so good. As far as the food I consumed the last couple of days, I was on an egg binge. I was really eating a lot of scrambled eggs, and I had a little bacon. I was a little burned out on beef. Kind of hit a mini wall of doom. You know, I had that chuck roast a couple days prior, plus the last time we braised the ribeyes. You know, that's what I was eating. So I was a little burned out on beef, but man, right now I cannot wait till those ribeyes are done, because I'm craving it. When I was salting those bad boys up at the beginning of the video, my mouth was literally watering. You know, I'm really craving that beef. So that's a good sign. You know, I haven't checked my ketones yet. I plan to do that halfway through the month, somewhere around the 15th. And I'm going to check my weight loss at the end of the month. But we're going to keep it going long past January 1st. This is the greatest carnivore diet comeback in history. For me and many of you too, right? We keep saying that. But so many of our viewers have started on January 1st, recommitted, and rooting for every single one of you. You know, it's not easy. You know, Cassie and I, last night, we both had a craving. We were watching a new series we started called Silo. It's on Apple TV. It's always cool to find a new series that catches your interest. But when we started episode 3, I looked over at her and I'm like, you know what I'm craving right now? And she said, popcorn? I said, yep, I'm craving some popcorn. She knew, because that used to be something we would consume whenever we would sit down and enjoy some TV. And you know, when we weren't feeling well, I mean, that first day we both spent the entire day on the couch, you know, answering comments on the channel and watching some TV and just really resting. So yeah, I wanted some popcorn so bad. And we actually had some up in the cupboard. We haven't made any for the kids in a while, but sometimes when they come over and play games, we'll make some popcorn, and that's why we had it. But she finally said, we have those frozen beef patties. Why don't you go throw those in the air fryer? So I did that. So I cooked up 4 for her. It took 14 minutes in the air fryer at 375, flipped them halfway through, and then I cooked 4 for me. You know, they started out this big, and they were done cooking, and they were like little pucks. You know, they shrunk up quite a bit. But I had them on a paper plate with salt on the plate, and then, you know, just dip them in the salt. Ate them with our hands, you know, like a snack almost. And that really seemed to curb that craving, you know, just having something to eat with your hand. You know, I'm sure people who are on ketovore or keto, you know, might enjoy some pickles, you know, or even if we had had some pork rinds in the house, I might have had a few pork rinds. But yeah, we got past that craving, you know, and... You know, sometimes they hit and, you know, that's when you can slip and fall, but thankfully we didn't. You know, if this is your first time on carnivore, those cravings will slowly subside. You know, if you make it to 31 days, World Carnivore Month, eating a clean carnivore diet, by the end, most of those cravings will be gone. You know, and I'm looking forward to that. But it really has helped me not door dashing. That was probably one of the best moves I've made in recent history, was giving up that door dashing for a while. And let me know down in the comments, y'all, if any of you have experienced the keto flu yet. I just saw Carnivore Kip's latest video. The thumbnail showed him sprawled out on the couch and it read, "I can't get off the couch," or something like that. But in the video, he talked about, you know, the keto flu already. You know, day 4 or day 5, the keto flu is hitting them already. And I told Cassie, I was like, dang, you know, it's 7 to 10 days for me before the keto flu hits, sometimes 2 weeks. And I was really surprised it hit him that fast. And she's like, well, maybe it's his age, because he's, you know, half my age. And maybe that's it, because he's younger, you know, he transitioned quicker. The only way I've ever experienced the keto flu that fast is when I've actually fasted. You know, coming off the standard American diet, and then I fasted for 4 days, then the keto flu hit me that quick. But yeah, let me know down in the comments if you guys have, you know, been hit by the keto flu yet. You know, when it hits me, I know it. Yeah, it's very mild for Cassie, but I really get body aches, and I really get fatigued. It doesn't matter, you know, how much I keep up with my electrolytes. It's always been the same. Even back when I worked at BMW and I did the ketogenic diet for the first time. It was the first time I ever had the keto flu. And I actually had to leave work early. And I had been there 5 years and I never missed a day, never left early. But I had to that day. I mean, I was just dying. And came home, got some rest, and I actually called in the next day. And yeah, so the keto flu for me can be pretty brutal. And I'm not looking forward to it. It definitely hasn't hit me yet because, you know, I've really only been eating clean carnivore since the day after Christmas. So I'm right there. I mean, it could hit me tomorrow. But yeah, so far so good. But of course, I'll let you guys know. I'm doing these daily vlogs. I'll let you know when the keto flu hits. Well, we got about an hour and a half before I check those ribeyes. I can't wait. All right, gang, I checked it at 2 hours. It wasn't even near done. Checked it again at 2.5. Nope. So it's been 3 hours. Let's see what we got. I have the beautiful assistant, Cassie, to tear this sucker apart. You like the little Price is Right hand?
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's real good when it pulls apart with one fork. Look at that. Oh, I'm so hungry. It's pathetic. Let me dish some of this up and Cassie and I'll sign off. Both of us are not completely over this brutalness yet.
I don't think you've really hit it.
You know, I don't know. I thought I was fighting it off.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm finally starting to feel a little better.
Yeah, it's just in the last couple hours while that ribeye was cooking, my nose is just clogged all back up. I just took some more Alka-Seltzer. So many people in the comments have been telling us, oh, they had it for 2 weeks. I'm thinking, oh no.
I know, right? No.
Yeah, no, please no. But, I should get another shot of it. Look at that, guys.
Beefy, fatty goodness.
You know, and it's different than a normal ribeye. It takes it to another level. It's just as good, but just different.
Yeah.
It's super rich.
Yeah.
You know, we had a couple people say, oh, I would never overcook a ribeye like that. It's not overcooked.
It's the most tender it's going to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I said in a previous video, man, I can fly through this with my dentures.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, guys need to try this method. So good. So before I let you guys go, I want to give props to Cassie because when she was in the depths of feeling like garbage, she was really craving chicken noodle soup and some crackers and tomato soup with grilled cheese.
Yeah.
And she said no, you know.
Well, I think I was just missing, you know, that's what my mom used to give me, and I was missing the comfort of mom. You know, whenever you're sick or you're hurt, there's nobody else better than your mom, and
it doesn't matter how old you get.
No, it does not. So I was missing those, but I stayed true.
Yeah, she always takes care of me when I'm sick. I take care of her. I made that chicken soup for her, but it's not the same as mom.
No, it's not. That and the Price is Right.
Right.
So it's been my chicken soup and true crime.
True crime, right. Yeah, I also told him about that series we started, Silo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you in tomorrow's vlog. Remember, no sugar, no carbs.
No cheating.
Later.